Okay, so we're saying cards 55 and 58, so we're going to go to 55, right? It says Earth, before we go to 55, let me finish this. It says Earth is currently at a very important point in this development. The time when the Aryan drama is healing and an integration of polarities is occurring. If this card comes up in your reading, it could mean many things. It may refer to a specific life you have lived in Atlantean era in which polarity was a theme, but it could also have a more personal meaning. It may also refer to the integration of your inner polarities. This card asks you to examine your own life and beliefs. Do you feel more comfortable with one polarity more than the other? Ultimately, our spiritual evolution depends on our ability to integrate these internal polarities as a first polarity. Only then do we see the external polarities healing as a result. Look at the other cards and add dimensions to how this card fits into the whole message of yourself, right? So let's go to 55. So 55, it says fusion and magic, Orion present, right? So 55. The Aryan energy, deeply polarized, went through a dramatic healing process in which those polarities fused together to create a powerful energy that fueled their society's transformation. Whenever two forces collide within us, it creates a process of fusion that releases an intense energy for manifestation. This is the basis of what we call magic. The fusion of two opposite energies that are harnessed in a direct and a desired way. This is why it is important to embrace both the shadow and the light sides within us. We can create magic transformation. Embrace your abilities as a magician. This card refers to the era of Aryan history in which polarity conflicts were beginning to heal. It was a volatile time. It was a volatile time that contained many miracles and transformations. Imagine taking two very powerful magnets and making them repel each other. As you move the magnet closer together despite their resistance to each other, energy coalesces, COALESCES, in between the magnets and becomes more pressurized. If the force that brings the magnets together surpasses the resistance, the energy creates if the force that brings the magnets together surpasses the resistance, the energy created initializes. Okay. Let me read that again. If the force that brings the magnets together surpasses the resistance, the energy initializes a type of fusion that collapses resistance, reverses poles, and creates rapid integration. This is what happened in Orion. These energetic principles are the basis for certain forms of magic. This type of integration cannot be forced or controlled. It usually happens during a time of great resistance. This card may be coming up for you because there is something you are resisting in your reality. Eventually, you will be forced to surrender to the powerful force of energy guiding this transformation. This card may be referring to a past life or present situation. This is a powerful card of transformation, but it also contains a warning about your own resistance to change and growth. Let that sink in. If you continue to resist, be ready for lots of intense energy and chaos around you before transformation can occur. If you wish to avoid that chaos and intensity, simply let go and follow the flow, even if you think it is taking you somewhere you don't want to go. It kind of rhymes. It is possible that the flow is taking you somewhere you need to go. So that brings us to 58. Number 58, seduction and addiction, present Arian, right? The other one was present as well. Each time we engage in a habit or thought pattern, it grows stronger. It's what they say about what you put energy into grows. That we eventually crave the fulfillment of the habit like a drug. The thought of fulfilling that habit acts like a seduction for the ego. It must engage in this behavior pattern in order to feel normal. So that means we normalize it, right? This is true for our addiction to polarity, judgment, and categorization. We are compelled to judge everything we see or experience in order to make sense of reality and feel safe. But if our consciousness and therefore the planet is going to transformation, we must learn to resist the seduction of this addiction, which will shift us to transcendent state. A transcendent state. This card refers to the time in Aryan history when they were trying to heal the polarity in their civilization and their consciousness. They were eventually successful, but it took a lot of self-exploration in order for them to stop reinforcing old habitual patterns of polarized thoughts. Okay, so it says see card 57, which is leap of faith, Aryan present. Leap of faith, Aryan present. Right? For thousands of years, humans have been used. For thousands of years, humans have been used to living with the mindset of polarity. We continually label things as good or bad. If we don't know how to label something, we feel confused or insecure. But now that it is time to integrate polarity and transform as a species, we must take a leap of faith, jumping off the cliff into the unknown to a realm where labels like that don't exist. We must learn to simply be with things as they are, without the addiction to labeling them. As we do this, our consciousness transforms and we heal. Once and for all. Once and for all, the old wounds from our Aryan heritage. Sasha, no? Okay, I'm gonna read that again. As we do this, our consciousness transforms and we heal once and for all the old wounds from our Aryan heritage. This card connects to an era of Aryan history when they were healing millennia of polarity, which is similar to what is happening on Earth today. When a species or person lives in polarity for a long time, it becomes used to how a polarized reality looks and feels. Anything new is frightening, and the ego is frightened of the unknown. But if we don't walk into the unknown, we stay stuck. So it becomes essential that we take a leap of faith when we can't see our destiny clearly. The Aryans had to do this in ancient times, and humanity will have to do this as well. Take a look at 55, card 55. We read that already. Unexpected and miraculous transformations that we cannot anticipate with the logical mind are possible. If this card comes up in your reading, take a look at the other cards to see if they illuminate the theme more clearly for you. Also, take a look at your life circumstances now. Do you need to trust more and take a leap of faith about something even you cannot see the outcome? If you feel deep within yourself and trust your intuition, you will always know when it is time to take a leap of faith. Sometimes fear can be used in a high degree of fear about a leap of faith might be a sign that the leap is what needs to occur to move you to the next step in your evolution. So basically, you stay stuck, you're going to stay stuck in a loop. So if you take a leap of faith, it's going to take you where you need to go and be. As long as polarized thought exists, beings are never free to live as their true selves, which is fully integrated awareness. So, what is polarized thought? It can be obvious, such as viewing reality through the lens of good and evil. Or it can be subtle, such as unconsciously seeing yourself as separate, bad, lacking, non deserving, and so on. As long as we allow polarized thoughts to dominate our awareness, it is like feeding an addiction that only craves more and more polarized beliefs in order to survive. This addiction is seductive. It lures you into the trap of self-sabotaging beliefs and behavior and stops the process of awakening. If this card came in your reading, look at the other cards to see if there is a theme repeating itself. It is also asking you to examine your innermost self or addictive thoughts patterns that keep you stuck in suffering and pain. Those thoughts patterns are no longer necessary, and when they change, suffering is lessened considerably. This power for change, freedom, and happiness is in your hands. And it all stems from being aware of how your thoughts affect your experience of reality. The ancient Aryans had to learn this also. They succeeded and eventually awakened to a very high level of consciousness. This is possible for you as well. Okay, so the other card is 78, Seeing the One, Future. Right? It's the only card we have. Future. That is for the future, right? So 78. To finish this with 78, Earth Future, Seeing the One. After a long struggle, humanity achieves enlightenment. What does that mean? Humans no longer feel the need for conflict, and they put down their literal and metaphorical weapons. Through seeing clearly, without judgment, we learn to perceive through the eyes of others and eventually realize that there is only one consciousness that sees through all eyes. Begin practicing this now. In meditation, ask yourself, who is the one seeing the one seated in meditation? As you connect with this seer, know it is only one being who is seeing, and this being spans the entire universe. The biggest challenge for the awakening of any planetary species is its ability to transcend polarity. As long as we continue to see reality in black and white terms, we continue to keep ourselves separate from the true consciousness that we are. The one all abiding being in creation who sees through a myriad of eyes. The famous Bible quote from Matthew 6:22 says it best. If therefore thine eyes be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. King James Version. It refers to the essential ability to see with one eye or to see from a unified perspective. This is the key to awakening of earth as well as to personal ascension or transcendence. If you pull this card, you are being asked to sincerely begin the process of seeing with a single eye, to begin feeling the unity of creation in all things, even those you have previously labeled negative or those that are too frightening or painful to acknowledge. This is essential for your own personal transformation. It may seem like a daunting task, so let your higher self and the wisdom of the universe guide you. This future has already been assured for Earth, but we have to take the step to make it so. We have to take the step to make it. For this card, look at the other cards in the spread. If there are many future time stream cards with awakening themes, it is most likely that you are already well on the path of making this change. And this card is a celebration. If there are many cards with themes about polarity, often in the past time stream, then it is a clear message regarding the step of your spiritual work. Right? So it says here that if you pull this card, which is a future card, and if there are other future cards in the ones we read, there's none of them says future, right? So that means that there's a lot of work to do, and maybe this is why you were called to this message. And in this reading, there's a lot of work to be done according to the last card we pulled. Right? So I encourage you guys to continue watching these videos, and if you guys need help, let me know, DM me, because we could work together. I could help you guys or seek. There's Bashar videos out there. There's many ways to clear your wounds from past lives and past planets and all these things. So let's go together to the new earth. Let's heal together. Let's do the work. It's possible. I've been doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna read that again on the last part because it's very interesting, right? And in this reading indicates that there's a lot of work to do. So maybe this is why I was called to do this reading with this type of deck, which I bought recently because I was called to it. So if you're called to this channel and this message, start working. Start telling people about it. Give this message to other people, and let's start the work together. I am here. DM me. I could help you guys do so. Or if not me, there's other videos like Bashar that you could look up to do the work and the healing together, so we could heal the planet, heal ourselves and the planet. And let's go together. Let's do it together. Let's go to the new earth. Let's heal the planet. Why not? Right? This is essential for our own personal transformation. Excuse me. It may seem like a daunting task. Excuse me. This is essential for our own personal transformation. It may seem like a daunting task, so let your higher self and the wisdom of the universe guide you. This future has already been assured for Earth, but we have to take the steps to make it so. For this card, look at the other cards in the spread, which I already did. If there are many future time stream cards with this awakening theme, it is most likely that you are already well on the path of making the change, and this card is a celebration, right? Which I looked around and none of them have a future card. There's all present and past. So that tells me that there's a lot of work to do with the collective, and I'm going to continue giving these messages to help you out, to help you guys out, have an insight. And if you have any questions, you could do a personal one-on-one with me. And if you feel called to change this reality and to begin the celebration, and instead of having present and past cards, and having more future cards, right, which would be very positive, then I could help you guys. We could do this one-on-one. I could go down the rabbit hole and help you personally to heal yourself and then to heal others, right? If there are many cards with the themes about polarity, which a lot of it was about polarity, right, often in the past stream, which is a lot of past here, then it is a clear message regarding the next step of your spiritual work, which is start the healing. Let's start now. It's never too late. I've been doing the healing myself, so I know it's a task, but it's possible. And if you need the help, this is what I'm here for. So if you need a one-on-one, DM me, message me, and I'll help you guys do one-on-one. This is very personal. And as we do, if we do one-on-ones, as we do one-on-ones, um, I could be your coach and hold your hand in, in the process. Okay. So let me pull out a collective higher self message. I'll be back. All right, guys. I didn't expect this to come out the way it came out. Makes me a little bit sad that knowing that we have so much work to do, but this is what I'm here for. Let's start now. Before it's too late. I mean, it's never too late. This is why I was called to do this, maybe. But yeah, I'm seeing all this, and there's a lot of work to do. So let's do this. It makes me sad. I'm not gonna lie. It makes me a little bit sad. I really thought we were in a different progress with open minds and stuff like that. In terms of like all these things of the past planets, doesn't mean we're not moving forward. It's just the pace for me. All right, I'm gonna pull out for the collective a message from your higher self, from the higher self oracle. Cleanse the deck, clear the deck from old energies. Cleanse the deck, clear the deck from old energies. Thank you, Spirit. What do we have for the collective? What does the higher self have to say for the collective? The collective's higher self. What does your higher self have to say? What does your higher self have to say? Collective. This is for the collective. Calling in my spirit guides, my angels, my team. Okay, calling in the cosmos. Is that it? Okay. I got one. Okay. I got one. And I saw the other card, but it's not popping out. I saw one card that wanted to pop out. All right, it's okay. So what came out was help is on the way. Help is on the way. Okay, help is on the way. I cried out, I am spilling, but your unfailing love, O Lord, supported me. When doubt filled my mind, your comfort gave me renewed hope and cheer. Psalms 94:18-19. Dear Spirit, you are not required to do everything alone. Your higher self is reassuring you that support is coming your way to help you on your journey. The universe has unlimited resources and constantly sends helpers to guide you through a challenging phase of your life. While it may look and feel like a lonely journey, there are guardians of light, ancestors, angels, and other light beings who accompany your sojourn and light the way ahead. Perhaps you are currently looking for a new job, new financial assistance, or going to school, or are moving to a new destination. It is likely that at this juncture you have requested help, and it is taking longer than you expected. Remember the help you receive may not look as you expected, and it should be, and may not come at the exact time you hoped it would. However, trust that Spirit is watching out for you. You too are just as important as the other spirits on this planet and are never forgotten. Your mission, goals, hopes, and dreams are just as important. Have faith and know assistance will be sent in the form necessary to aid you and your journey. Help is coming. All right. So that's the message from your higher self. All right. If I find the other one, because I saw the one that wanted to pop out. It says forgiveness. Well, it'll be in the next reading then. Okay. All right, guys, this is all for today. I hope that helps. And I hope this is the start of the new journey going towards the new earth, okay? Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate whoever stayed until the end.